I put this movie review on here because a lot of people have never picked up a Bible and they get their Bible off of the movies. But the problem comes when the movies are not accurate. This is a movie review on King David, the 1997 movie. Much of the movie revolves around quoting Samuel, telling Nathan to help David, for God makes it hard to be a king. While it is true that Samuel warned the people that God would make it hard on the king and on the people for asking for a king, there is no record of Samuel saying these words. The movie did a good job showing David's refusal to obey God's command. We are still paying for Saul's sin to this day. The movie left out where Saul tore the end of Samuel's mantle, and as Samuel turned, and I'm quoting the scripture here, and as Samuel turned about to go away, he laid hold upon the skirt of his mantle, and it rent. And Samuel said unto him, The Lord has rent the kingdom of Israel from thee this day, and has given it to a neighbor of thine that is better than thee. That is from 1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 27-28. But left that part out of the movie. The movie has Saul telling David to take his armor. But really, he put his armor on David. But David couldn't wear it. It leaves out where Saul sent messengers 3 times to kill David. Then he goes where David is to kill him. But each time, the Spirit of the Lord moves on them, and they prophesy and are unable to kill David. It leaves out where David lied to the priest of Nob by telling him that Saul sent him. It leaves out where David joins the army of the enemy and kills them from within. They left out where David pretended to be crazy before the king of Gath. In the Bible, Nathan gives David God's permission to build a temple. But that night, the Lord told Nathan to go back and tell David he is not to build a temple. But the movie has Nathan telling David from the start he is not to build a temple. They left out where David took the census. David had took a census he wasn't supposed to. And for that, there was 3 days pestilence and diseases that came upon the land and killed a lot of people. That was left out of the movie. They left out where Goliath's brothers was killed. They left out where David fired Joab. See, right after Joab had killed Absalom, David fired Joab for killing Absalom. But that was left out of the movie. It showed nothing that happened during David's last days. The movie has God telling David that David's son would also be God's son, and God would be his father. But it fails to clarify that he was speaking of Jesus and not Solomon. The movie did a good job telling the story about David's sin and the consequences he had to endure because of that sin, as well as his redemption.